Before Catholicism, I had gone through classes at an ELCA Lutheran church. I went through an entire course in a Wells Lutheran church. I went through a course with the Baptists. I went through a course with the Assemblies of God. I attended a Foursquare church for a little while. My college, my Bible college, was Church of Christ. So there's a lot of the history there that we researched. And what else did I do? There's a couple more. There's a Covenant church. I did a Covenant church. And there was an Apostolic church. That got wild. So that was fun. And then I connected with Mormons. I spent a lot more time with the Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses just because they were so different. And I knew I'd have to spend more time with them to truly understand what they were trying to say. So I spent a couple of years with Mormons and a couple of years with Jehovah's Witnesses. And never with the intention to convert, just to learn, which is why it was so shocking for me that I went just to learn about the Catholics. And I thought I'd be on to something else, like, oh, after that I'll go Seventh-day Adventist and check them out. But Catholicism was just supposed to be a check. And here I am, the one I said I'd never be a part of. I'd heard people say the Catholic Church is the one true church. And how can you tell? How do you know that? So especially as I'm going through all of these different classes, I'm thinking, okay, that's good. And I see your good parts, but so far, I guess the evangelicals have it most right. And then I'd go to this one and I could see the good tidbits. And with Catholicism, right away when we started off with authority, the actual idea of authority had to change for me, because previously, as I looked at all of these, my idea of authority is that we all have it. It had really become a meaningless word. You have authority, I have authority, he has authority. Everybody's got this authority. So then when they'd say the church has authority, it's like, well, you can't say that. You can't say your church has an authority. And they're like, well, actually we can, because. And so that's where it goes back to that verse in John 20, verses 22, when it talks about this actual real authority that Jesus had breathed on the disciples. I'm like, oh, nobody breathed on me. I would say I have a breath of the Holy Spirit, and we all do in that sense. I don't think that it's not that we don't have the Holy Spirit, but something different happened here. Something very precise happened here. And so when Jesus said, now you can forgive sins or not forgive sins, that was a pivotal moment for me that, okay, now we have something established here that is unique and different, and it's that authority. If it had only been that, I probably wouldn't have been convinced. I'm not sure. But when it came to that, and then now pile on top all of these other things like the Eucharist, things like that, you're creating quite the foundation of just solid stuff. And especially when I was beginning to read the history, and I could see this is the way it's always been done, versus these other churches. Well, our founders started this in this time, or we were the sister church of that church. And it was just so very new. And well, this is what's going on in the culture today, so we're going to respond by planting this church. To be able to trace the Catholic Church back, and with that real authority that had been breathed on people, that changed everything.